Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First play, Mahomes looking to throw it. He's got Burton here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And this is something you don't see too much of. Fullbacks trying to stretch the field. But he does a nice job there getting lost out in space and comes up with a really nice gain.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Chiefs had a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he slings one that's incomplete. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Man open, that's Marquez Valdes-Scantling. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 39. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 39-yard line. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Mahomes to throw once more. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Everyone's eyes go to him when he nears the end zone, and that includes the coverage, who took away the easy throwing lanes and forced a high throw.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Now Mahomes. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Crowder now to return. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So not only did they get the fumble recovery on the punt, but now look at this field position. He almost took it the distance. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. They'll start by running the option to the right. They find some open field here. And Allen will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Allen now on first down. That's caught by now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. Inside the 20. Now he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
Taken in at the 3. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is, and if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes, because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it. Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Joshua Williams makes the tackle.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Allen going to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So much to discuss with the Chiefs and Bills getting together here. The top 2 scoring teams in the AFC last year. Buffalo won their regular season meeting in 2021. That was 38-20 in Week 5. But as we all know, the Chiefs got them back in the playoffs. But this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Open man, it's the tight end Kelce. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
With every game, with every season, Travis Kelce, he just confirms his greatness. Streak of 1,000-yard seasons is now up to 6, and he's made 7 straight Pro Bowls, and his numbers have ranked him among the best tight ends to have ever played in the NFL. Another first down right there to add to his career total.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. To throw, it's Mahomes. Juju Smith-Schuster. His second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 12 yards that time and a Bills first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Meanwhile, Allen's throw taken in by Diggs. They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on this schedule, because I know my guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead, make sure they take care of business in this one. Otherwise, you're talking about a double trap. The trap of losing the game and then having the open week and having to stew about it.
Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. Operating from the gun, Allen. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Allen going to keep it again. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's third down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to get the football back at their own 17.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense. Now it's Crowder. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
Allen's throw going to be caught by Davis. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Bills are back within a score. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Take it in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now here's Mahomes. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They go play fake. Mahomes. And this throw will be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Uncorks one for Davis. That's caught inside the 20. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. So there is the big arm of Josh Allen on display. He can throw it as deep as anybody, and that was an absolute laser.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they have this play in their back pocket. waiting for the right time to unleash it, and boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
And that one spanning an even 65 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. From the gun, it's Allen. And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. Touchdown, Bills! Devin Singletary, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be brought to... ...23-yard line. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Mahomes going to throw. Flushed out right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Mahomes now to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Juju Smith-Schuster. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. A little bit of flip the script. Quarter 1, they struggled. Quarter 2 here, they put things together. And I guess sometimes, Charles, you just come out and you have to get your feet underneath you in a ball game, right?
That's exactly right, because every now and then you don't come out of the gate as fast and as strong as you want to. Sometimes you have to ramp up into it or take a few hits along the way and figure it out. And that's what they've done so far. Slow start, but now they're starting to put it together.
Eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Allen. Airing one out for Crowder. And that's caught at the 25. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
The Bills bring out a couple of extra defensive backs to defend this 3rd down play.
Yeah, they're going dime. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Allen going to try and keep it. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Well, the Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks. That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Gabriel Davis in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Tyler Bass now for the point after. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. Teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Escape, and this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Take it in at the 3. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Frank Clark. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Allen. He's got a man complete. The 40. The 20. And did he get in? No. They'll mark him out at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 89 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well because you know he's coached very...
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Being chased out left. And this one is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Now Allen. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
From the 38, Allen. And Diggs has it. And he'll be brought down at the 27. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5. That's a whale of a game. And meanwhile, Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Again, they'll throw with Allen. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Touchdown! Devin Singletary, a 5-yard touchdown as his guys are able to extend their lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate and off.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs.
Well, that 2-point attempt failed due to the fumble, but people can't see this, but you got a ball in your hands now, and you got the thing locked in pretty well. You got it covered up.
I love having a football in the booth. I always hang on to it. Makes me feel like I actually played back in my day.
Well, you probably could have. If you'd run that play, you would not have fumbled. I can tell you that.
Maybe. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line. Now Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Now the Bills will take another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Looking to throw again on second down. Allen throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Looking for Knox on the crossing route. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Flush to his right. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Touchdown, Bills! Devin Singletary from 4 yards out. And the Bills add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. On first down, Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And this one will be brought back to the 22. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Throw left side complete. That's Davis. Touchdown! Gabriel Davis, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills look like they're going to be moving to 6-0 as they extend that lead even further. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will bump the lead up to 26. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Here's the Chiefs punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Taking it about the 36. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield, here's Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. 20. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. And they'll run again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Mahomes will throw for it, and that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but The turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think, well, we might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Those to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let him go out there with a little bit more confidence.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against him throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
The Bills on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be third and forever. Allen now looks to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
Hardman on the return. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills will take over here at their own 14-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And he's got room. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Allen. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Eric Stokes. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. He's got a man complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
This one into the hands of Burton. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. Working from the gun, Mahomes. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. And again, it's Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that cuts this lead down to 13. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So Allen's going to look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
Speedy, elusive, always a threat to get to the quarterback. Frank Clark remains a high-end defender and made his 3rd straight Pro Bowl in 2021.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Devontae Wyatt picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. Here's Hardman to return. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. Mahomes to throw it. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They give him a gain of 38.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
Meanwhile, here's a shot for the end zone right away, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those